So, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Soul Wisdom Akashic show with me, Natasha Harris, your host here every Wednesday at 4 p.m. UK time. A little bit late today, just due to some things going on, but I'm really excited for this show because it is the last one of the year of 2021. And I'm going to draw on the wisdom of the cards this week. I just feel really strongly guided. I've been talking a lot in circles with other people around celebrating the last year and inviting in 2022, which I feel is going to be rather an epic and pivotal time in the new earth era. So if you are kind of like getting towards the end of the year and you're feeling a little bit like, oh my goodness, what a year, and you need a little bit of time to just take stock of what has occurred for you. Everyone's experience of 2021 will be different. Some of you will be celebrating all the highs. Some of you will be celebrating some highs. Some of you will be celebrating some lows. Some of you will be celebrating a whole mixed bag of highs and lows, and they all require celebration. And if you're kind of thinking, oh, I'm just kind of getting to the end of the year, I haven't really got time for this, take a moment. Take a moment. Really, this is a truly important part of this time of year as we get closer to the winter solstice in a few days' time. It's a really big time on our planet, really, and we really need to honor that. Everything that's come before, everything that is yet to come, the honoring of, oh, like, what do you intend to bring in for 2022? What is your intention? Like, have you thought about it? Have you kind of thought about it? Have you like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe a bit of this, maybe a bit of that. But have you really sat down and set a strong intention? So I'm going to draw on the wisdom of the cards today, as I said, to really bring in the energies of the divine, really allow the divine within you to guide you. Cards are a beautiful way to reflect back to us what we need to hear, but we know what that means. So the cards will mean something different for each of us, but I'm really curious to know what they're going to bring in. So it's really around being in a moment in the now. What is occurring for you right now in this moment that you would love to bring in? What was it that you really want to celebrate? So if you're watching the replay, type #replay and let me know, what is it that you're celebrating this year? What have been all the good times? And if you're watching the replay, press pause, get out a notepad, sit down and really spend just 3 minutes. Set yourself a timer. It's not very long. You'll be amazed what you can write in 3 minutes. And the best thing to do is actually have a shorter amount of time, because then what happens is our mind gets super focused. The ego, the mind chatter, everything else will be left to the wayside, because you're kind of like, I've got 3 minutes to write all the things I'm celebrating. Rather than if you've got longer, what happens is our mind goes a little bit of a wonder and go, well, do you really celebrate that? Like, it wasn't that big. It was like, that was okay. Not really much cause for celebration. We want to celebrate all the little things as much as the big things. So when you want to go, oh, this was like 3 major milestones, that's all I'm celebrating. Start to think a little bit smaller. What else are you celebrating? Because actually the small stuff is more important. And this is why we should celebrate every day. Sit in gratitude for every day of what you've done, what you've created, what you've brought into manifestation. All of these things. And also don't try to be in a spiritual space where you're like, oh, I can only celebrate the good things, the amazing things, the wins, the successes. What have been your big learnings that you want to celebrate this year? What have you learned this year that has really supported your learning, your growth, expansion? I'm celebrating all of it. The ups, the downs, the sideways, the roundabouts, oh my goodness gracious me, like, how on earth am I going to walk my way through this? All the challenges that I have also had, I am also celebrating, because they're so important. Because you would not be where you are right here, right now, today, if it hadn't have been for those as well. So it is so important to really celebrate all of it. It really, truly is. And then what I want you to think about, so maybe you've been writing as I've been talking, maybe you need to stop it and you need to start. What is it that you intend for 2022? What is the word, the energy, the vibration, the frequency that you want to walk into 2022 with and commit to every morning that you wake up, that you are going to show up in this energy where you can, not in every moment, because we can't always do that. But how will you show up in that, with that energy? And for me, my word is fun. I am going to have fun. Everything that I do next year is going to have the energy of fun. For me, fun means lightness. It means a lightheartedness to the way I approach things. Everything in my business, everything in my life, everything with my partner, with my friends, with my business partner as well, in the Circle of Light movement. It's like, how do I bring that element of fun, that lightheartedness, that energy and that frequency of playfulness, of joy to everything that I bring into 2022? So you may be thinking about a higher or a bigger intention, a statement, an intention that you want to create for 2022. Or is there a word? If you think about the bigger intention that you create, what is the energetic resonance of that? What's the one word that encompasses that intention for you for 2022? What do you want to create more of? What do you want to create for yourself, your family, your business, for you? Because ultimately it's for you. But what do you want to create? What is that intention that you want to bring into being? Thanks for the heart. I can't see who's watching. But if you've got any questions, if you've got any thoughts about this, then let me know. Pop it in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, please do tag me. I will come back and answer those. It is so important. And I think now is the perfect time for this. Just as we enter towards the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. And as things turn around, oh, Sunny, aloha, beautiful. Good to see you here. What do you want to shift around? What do you want to shift for yourself in this portal as we enter close to this winter solstice, as we enter into December, through December, into January, and into the new year? What is it that you want to create for yourself? That is the beauty of where we're at right now. And we're often in this moment of like speeding up. It's getting to the end of the year, lots to do, things to support, to do for others, to prepare for the end of the year. If you're celebrating whatever festive season you're celebrating around the world, are you busy in that energy of busy, gearing up, running up to the end of the year? Slow down, take a breath, allow yourself to be in a moment of stillness, quietness, and explore what this year has meant to you. And then what does next year mean to you? What do you want to create? This is what's so important. This is really, truly what is important. So I am going to pull some cards. Let's see what the cards want to bring out for us today, because this is really about tapping into your own wisdom, your guidance, your understanding, your vibration. I'll pick 2 packets of cards. Why have I done that? So these are some new cards that I have bought recently, which I absolutely love. Work with Your Light Oracle Card Guidebook. So I'm going to draw a card from this pack. And then I also have this pack as well, which is the Enchanted Map, which I love these cards as well. So I'm going to draw one from each. And we're going to see what these are going to support us with. Oh, one just fell out, so I will use that one. I'm not going to read it out just yet. Oh, some of these are back. Oh, what have I done here? Some of these are back to front. I'm going to pull one from this deck as well. Oh, work. Just something else has flown out, so I'm going to use that one as well. Work with your light, yummy, and the enchanted map. I know, so good, huh, Sunny? I love it. I love it. So 2 cards have flown out of the pack. So the first one that flew out was from the Work with Your Light pack. And it's Trust the Niggle. Let me see if I can look at that. Oh, look at that. That feels kind of witchy, that card, in a good way. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So what is this bringing up for you? Is there a feeling that you've been having lately that you haven't been able to quite put your finger on, that it feels like something's happening, something's occurring? I love that. That's a powerful card. I love the energies in that. What does that bring up for you? Trust the niggle. I love that saying, because sometimes we often think, oh, I've got this niggling feeling. It's like, it feels uncomfortable. It feels, we don't want it. We want to push it away. It's like, oh, I don't like that. That doesn't feel good. I'm going to try and see if I can find, I should have brought my glasses. 52. That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling. So it's annoying. It doesn't feel good. Oh, you've got goosebumps. Me too. That inconvenient, annoying, niggling feeling. It feels like niggling is like annoying. It's like inconvenient. It's like, I haven't got time for this right now. And I think at this time of the year, I think we are probably all feeling a resonance of that somehow. And it ain't going anywhere. Try as you might, it's there. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, post-rationalization to numb them out. We are numbing ourselves. Like, we want to avoid things that are painful, that don't feel comfortable. And in that, we put them in a little box and we put them away and they will come back. So trust that niggling feeling. What's it trying to say? And until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it. Ever have that? I know I do. I'm like this. So this is fun for me because I'm like, oh, I can see this. I can see this. To draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. So this is what we're awakening. This is something the niggle is trying to show you, that there is a light that wants to come out and burst out of you. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. What are you not looking at? What are you avoiding? The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. So there are many conversations actually lately that I have been wanting to have, and I know that they've been uncomfortable. They will be uncomfortable. They have not been comfortable, but oh my goodness, they are. I've recognized how those conversations, or the lack of those conversations, have been standing in my way. And the light that comes in after that doesn't mean to say like, oh, have the conversation, it's done, it's dusted. There's some magic that starts to unfold, that starts to sprinkle through things. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. So tap in. Where might you be feeling that niggling feeling? Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact, it is the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You are being called to face the niggle now. You're being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path until you look at it. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. So with fun, with allowance, because we will continuously be guided, be given clues. These things are clues. They are information. They are our opportunity. Everything that I have been feeling in this year, the ups, the downs, the highs, the low, I have looked at very differently this year as an opportunity for me to look through something, to work through something, to see what the magic, the opportunity is on the other side. That is a witchy card, and I will face the niggle now. Yeah. Oh, wrong one. I will face the wiggle. I want to say wiggle. The wiggle, because it feels wiggly, right? I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. And I think that is a really important element. You are safe. Whatever challenge you are thrown, whatever thing you are thrown, it is always an opportunity. It is never there to make you unsafe. That is the meaning that we attach to it. Why is this showing up? Why is this showing up now? I must be doing something wrong. There is no meaning when something shows up in your experience. It's neutral. It's just an experience that you've attracted. And the opportunity for you is there to look at it, to explore it, or to ignore it. But when we don't explore it, when we don't look at it, when we ignore it, it'll come back. So everything, no matter how challenging it is, I have embraced it with lightness in my heart, with a sense of like, okay, I've got this. I'm safe. I'm always okay. It's that trust that we have that actually, you know, whatever happens in hindsight, we look back and go, oh, it always works out okay in the end. And we have to trust into that. And this is the second card that I picked, which is also beautiful. Spirit of place. What is your spirit? How often do you look at it? How connected are you to it? It's always there. There is never any separation, ever. Never any separation. You've always got it. That wisdom, that spirit, that divine, that intuition that resides in your body, which is just a receptor, bringing information down from the spiritual realm into the earthly realm. You've always got it. You are spirit at the same moment that you are ego, that you are human, that you are doing, you're in the masculine, denser energies. You are also connected to the divine. Always, infinitely. But we can ignore it or we can see it. What does that card bring up for you? Spirit of place. Like, where does your spirit reside? How often do you look at it? I'm just going to see what other wisdom comes through from this. I do love sometimes. Authenticity is the essence of power. It's you. It's all you. Every part of you. The positive, the negative, in inverted commas. I don't like to talk about that. But it is all us, the challenge, the joy, the moments of highs, the moments of lows. And if we try to hide away from some of those things that are niggling us, we leave parts of ourselves outside of ourselves. We don't show up in true authenticity, in true honesty, in true vulnerability. We're just trying to be happy. Oh, you know, here everything's fine, masking everything, hiding through everything. Now, that doesn't mean to say we have to wear our heart on our sleeve for everybody. There will be people you feel more comfortable to do that with, and some people in environments that you won't feel more comfortable to do that. But you get to choose. But sometimes we are, you know, we ignore all the niggles, all the things that are like, oh, the opportunity for growth and expansion that lay on the other side through it. We don't want to show it. Authenticity is the essence of power. So this is what it says. I'll just read this through quickly. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers, that's for you, Sunny, have their own essence. The waters have their own essence. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answers you've been seeking. Your greatest power is in your authenticity. That's also a really beautiful card. And the two go together really beautifully, I think. So what have you been niggling? What's been niggling you this year? What have you ignored this year? What have you not been willing to look at this year? And what commitment are you going to make to look at it into the coming year? How can you bring in this spirit of place, this authentic self of yours through everything you do in 2022? The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, the joy, the pleasure, the sadness, the pain, the disappointment, the fun, the laughter, the unity, the collective. How can you bring that through, that authentic you, into 2022? Gosh, that feels weird to say. 2022. How did we get there? This is our opportunity. We are walking through a massively powerful portal. We've walked through quite a few portals this year. You're so welcome, Sunny. Reading those reminders. Me too. Me too. I really do think that. I needed these reminders too. It's been a powerful year as I've walked through it all. And I have learnt to walk through duality far more this year than I think I ever have. That we can experience all ends of the spectrum as we walk through life, as we show up in our authenticity. We can handle it all. We are safe. We're safe. We'll always be okay. We will be okay. We're always safe. What allows us to be safe is to stand in our authenticity, to be in our authenticity. So spend some time, reflect on what has been, reflect on where you are right now in this moment, and then reflect and celebrate all of it. And where do you intend to go? Where do you intend to bring this energy, this ritual of this energy into your 2022, into your coming year, through your business, through everything you do, through your relationships? It's all of us. What we do in one life area is going to show up everywhere. It has to. It's energy. So thank you. And thank you for an amazing 2021. This year has been epic. It's been incredible on so many different levels. Not epic just because it's all been good and it's all been love and roses and happy times. It's been expansion, and through expansion we experience it all. That is how we expand. So when we look at what niggles us, when we recognize that our authenticity is how we create incredible results, we truly, truly shine in all that we do, the people we touch, the interactions that we have, whether they're fleeting, whether they're for a slightly longer time, or whether it's for the long haul. Everything we do has a ripple effect. How we show up, how we react to something, how we interact with something, how much love we show it, how authentically we show up when we say, I'm disappointed, I'm upset, I'm angry. But do we hold on to it, or do we move through it, and do we transmute it? And know that at the same time of feeling all those feelings, we're also love in that same instant. We tend to think of it as either or, but actually it's both. In the same instant, in the same moment. We can be it all. We are it all. That is our spirit traveling through us, communicating through us, even when we're feeling disappointment or anything of that energy. So I just want to say thank you. This is the last show of the year. We are back the second week of January. I'm not sure what date that is. I think that is the 12th of January. So we are back then. If you're not on my mailing list, I will be popping in there with some replays and stuff like that. You can sign up via my website, www.mindbodysoulenergy.co.uk. You can sign up to my newsletter there and receive some information, receive the wisdom, receive further guidance over the holiday period. And I cannot wait to share 2022 with you all next year. It is going to be an epic year. There will be duality. There will be things that show up that we will challenge us. But on the other side of that is expansion and growth. And I want to share that with you all through 2022. So welcome. Thank you. And let's all celebrate where we've been, and let's welcome in 2022 and set a powerful intention. What is your word that you want to create through that? If you feel like sharing it, then please do in the comments. And I will see you again in January to start it off with the perfect energy as we stand into 2022 and move forward together to create the new earth, co-create the new earth together as we step hand in hand, side by side, through unity, through collaboration, through connection, and we grow and we evolve through everything we do as we create this new earth, which is much more filled with love, light, laughter, fun, and connection. So thanks for watching. Thanks for all your comments, Sunny, from the other side of the world. Appreciate having you here. Happy Christmas, happy festive period, whatever you are celebrating, and happy new year. And I will see you in 2022. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.